Hello friends, how are you? My name is Adam. I thought we'd look today at some interesting news about Johnny Depp. Did you know Johnny Depp was almost Batman in Batman Forever? I was looking at this going, no. I couldn't quite see it myself, especially when I was looking at it. Remember Batman Forever? Remember that film? I had a little look. It's the Val Kilmer Batman. Remember that one? With Jim Carrey as the Riddler. And you got Tommy Lee Jones, he was good. I mean, you got Nicole Kidman, she's always beautiful and very, very sexy. Chris O'Donnell, remember that one? I don't know. Anyway, Johnny Depp was almost Batman in Batman Forever. Although Depp hasn't been in any major comic book adaptation so far, he was once unofficially attached to a Batman project. Back in the 2000s, Depp was rumoured to be playing the Riddler in a potential Dark Knight sequel. Depp was quick to deny the rumours back then, and he was fascinated as he would have had to play the supervillain. He was a bit intimidated to follow up Heath Ledger's Joker. He said, I certainly would not turn it down right away, but I'm not sure I could do it justice, especially how well Heath did as the Joker. I think my playing Riddler would be a step back for the film, but hey, never say never. He once said, according to Comic Book Movie. Opens in a new window, it says. Why is he doing that? Depp also revealed he was once in the running to play Batman himself in Batman Forever. This was the Batman Returns director Tim Burton vouched for Depp to do the project. Could you imagine? Can you imagine Johnny Depp being Batman? I mean, yeah, sort of. I guess. I'm having trouble. I'm a big Johnny Depp fan, and I'm having trouble with it. I'm thinking, okay, maybe, I don't know. But he can do all sorts of things. So yeah, I mean, he's going from this, he goes to that. It's possible. What happened was Tim was producing it, and he was trying to talk Joel Schumacher and the movie bosses to give me a shot at the role, but it just never really worked out. Yeah. He also wants to play Namor from Wakanda Forever. I've not been a comic book sort of fan myself, so I don't really know too much about it, but he was saying, I was a rock and roll kid mainly, but prior to age 12, when the rock and roll sort of took hold, I was a comic book head, right? So he was into comics around the age of 12. I read a few. I was reading Judge Dredd and 2000 AD, and Namor is great. There's this strange double edge to the guy, and there's also something about living underwater that I liked a lot. Yeah, that's kind of cool too. So yeah, that could have been cool. I see him more as the Riddler than the Batman, but yeah, I mean, the Batman could have been interesting. What else is going on though? Would you? Well, yes, you would. But would you go and see the Batman Forever film if it was Johnny Depp? Yes, you would, because that'd be great. Some interesting news coming out from Cannes on the Italy 24 Press News. They're talking about Johnny Depp's return at Indiana Jones 5. Whew, that's bad. That's going to be bad. The return of Johnny Depp with Jean de Barry. The awaited Oppenheimer, the guy who made the nuclear bomb, by Christopher Nolan, and Killers of the Flower Moon by Scorsese. I like the title, Killers of the Flower Moon. I mean, it sounds great. The new Indiana Jones. Ooh, that's bad. And these are the possible titles that will be previewed at Cannes 2023. And we all get to look at how bad this actually is or not. It might be great. While the Berlinale, I don't know what that word means. If anybody knows what that means, is it something to do with Berlin? I don't know. It's something to do, must be something, is in its last stages. The first previews on the programme of the Festival of Cannes 2023, which turns out to be really explosive, arriving on the Croisette. Does that mean little cross? The expected Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan, Killers of the Flower Moon, great name, by Martin Scorsese, but also Indiana Jones 5. And the big comeback of Johnny Depp in French period drama, Jean de Barry. Indiana Jones and the Wheel of Destiny. I thought it was called Dial of Destiny. Well, that always reminded me of like a telephone. It's the Dial of Destiny. Dial M for murder. And Showbiz's 411, don't know, Roger Friedman cites anonymous sources. Oh, those classic anonymous sources. They seem to know so much and so many things. You'd be surprised. Anticipating that Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon, great name, whose duration should exceed 3 hours. How many? 3 hours? Get out of it, man. I'm not sitting there for 3 hours. Jesus Christ, I've got things to do. I've got people to see. Jesus Christ, 3 hours, man. 3 hours is confirmed in the programme. It won't be the opening film. It'll be the whole length of the festival, and probably won't be in competition. 3 hours, Jesus. But Cannes artistic director Thierry Frémaux. Jesus, French is weird sometimes. Will welcome Scorsese, Robert De Niro, and Leonardo DiCaprio to the red carpet at the Palais du Festival. It's such a strange language. Anyway, Killers of the Flower Moon, great name. Will Martin Scorsese's new movie run for more than 3 hours. Jesus Christ, man, 3 hours. I haven't got time for 3 hours, man. Surprisingly, the opening film should be the short western by Pedro Almodovar. Almodovar? Don't know. Strange Way of Life. That's not a great title. Starring Ethan Hawke and Pedro Pascal. Oh, he's in The Mandalorian. Oh, yeah, he's good. A 40-minute short... There you go, mate. 40 minutes, Martin. 40 minutes. He's not messing about. 43 hours, Jesus Christ, man. A 40-minute, short-spoken in English, an absolute novelty for Cannes. 3 hours, Jesus Christ. Other titles, Roger Friedman says, are heading to Cannes 2023 include Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, James's Mangold's Indiana Jones and the Wheel of Destiny, dun dun dun, and Johnny Depp's new acting effort, Jeanne de Barry, which is due to premiere the following evening at the opening of Almodovar. Almodovar is the guy making the short western, so it's premiering the following evening at the opening of it. So this western is first, and then Jeanne de Barry, or Jeanne de Barry, then this western. I don't know. I do not know. As it says down here, we await further confirmations. 3 hours, Jesus Christ. We await further confirmations, indeed. What else is going on? some funny stuff I was looking at. Look at this thing. I think that's a Harris hawk. They're that red colour. Do you know they're a non-native species in the UK? You don't need a licence to own a Harris hawk. I don't think it's wise to go and get one because they're like seagulls with a V8 engine, but yeah, you can get one, Harris Hawks. But let's have a look. What am I looking at? Foley Wildlife Rescue. Thanks, people who supported them last year. Well done, people. Foley Wildlife Rescue on Fairville Lane, was it? Thank all their supporters for the superb total raised during 2022, all going directly towards helping their wildlife patients, like this guy here. 55,000 was raised through the sale of memorabilia donated by Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp. Wow, and from their weekly Facebook auction and eBay page, I'd say 55,000 of that was raised by Jeff and Johnny Depp, and the £99 was raised by the rest. I did have a look at the rest of it, and it was all gewgaws and trinkets and little ne'er-do-wells and dust magnets. But very good. 55,000 was raised through the sale of the memorabilia by Johnny Depp. Generous donations from supporters each week have allowed them to continue with the hugely successful fundraisers, and they're looking forward to another fun-filled fundraising year. It's a lot of F's then, to help them continue to make a difference. The late Jeff Beck was a patron of Foley, and together with his wife Sandra, they've been supporting Foley since 2004, for which Foley is incredibly grateful. Jeff's good friend Johnny Depp is also a patron, as well as Jimmy Goulden. She's an interesting woman. She's an expert in wine. She can tell you on like what country it comes from, what town it comes from, what house it comes from, probably what even grapevine it comes from. She's that good. So yeah, that's quite nice. And as they go on, they talk about hedgehogs. Hedgehogs. In 2021, they had a total of 408 hedgehogs. I haven't seen any hedgehogs around here for ages. Where did all the hedgehogs go? But in 2022, they only had 270. Yeah, and they find that quite a concerning change. Yeah, where's all the hedge pigs gone? Barbed wire is a challenge, and a pictured buzzard. Oh, it's a buzzard, not a Harris hawk. Shows you what I know. Nothing. Nothing. So that's even more dangerous than a Harris hawk. That's like huge, those things. But don't listen to me. I don't know anything about it. One area of wild was lodged, but every fell out a little bit. Okay. So yeah, that's Foley. If you want to help out Foley Wildlife Rescue, there's their website, and that's what it looks like. And that's obviously a buzzard, not a Harris hawk. Don't ask me about wildlife. What have we got over here? Oh, there's a person down here saying donated by did I say that right? Did I say that right? Yes, you did. Yes, you did say that right. Donated rather than pledged, indeed. I was looking at the Jeanne de Barry cast and crew as I was wandering around the internet. I've got a new computer. Holy moly, this thing's fast. It's new. It's got lights. I've got 64 gig of RAM. 64 gig of RAM. Things open and close like laser. It's laser. Anyway, I'm getting digested. No, I'm getting dyed. There's Johnny Depp. And down here, I was looking at this. David Duchovny is the king understudy. This guy. This is the budget version of Johnny Depp. I was like, there he is. Is that? Is that Johnny Depp? That's David Duchovny. King's understudy, credit only. I don't know what that means either. Does that mean he's not in the film? I don't know. You can tell I don't know much about stuff. So there you go. Is this him? Is that him? It looks like 3 different guys. Oh, actors, eh? Who knows what they are and even what they do? Not me. And well, there you go. Let me know your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions. Press the old like button, subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you later.